Warning, spoilers ahead for the Twilight series. If you haven't watched it, you're not missing much.
Whenever there's actually that didn't really happen, or a flip of the script or whatever, I always think back to Twilight, the last movie.
Yeah. I wish that fight scene would have happened for
I feel
him.
like everybody wished that fight scene happened, because every time I've seen a reaction, it's a shut the fuck up.
Yep.
No way. What do you mean?
This guy.
Yeah.
I never watched it until last year. When we got to the last movie and we got to that part where the big fight scene and shit, you know, I was just like, oh shit, they're doing this. And I was like, all right, cool. Like,
It's
fuck
happening.
It's happening. That's all right, fuck it. And then it got to the, just kidding. And I was like, I wasted so much of my time being invested to this shit.
That's how we felt with Game of Thrones.
Fuck you.
The commitment. It was
Yeah.
there. Okay, now that the Lee slander's over. God.
It's never
Oh,
over.
keep going, dude.
Stop!
You look like a Simpsons character right
Me or Steve?
now.
Don't say me.
Okay.
You don't count. You're part of the poll.
Steve just looks like he's having a bad
Only
hangover.
Yeah, actually, Steve really does look like he's having a bad hangover. Not gonna lie. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, you're
Are we
not
starting?
allowed.
Oh, right. We got fantastic. Welcome to the podcast.
You're not allowed. You're not hosting.
Today's host, Ninju B.
You're pointing in the wrong direction.
Oh, for me, it's the right one, Ninju B.
There you go.
There you go. Dang. Cute.
Yay.
Give the Hannah Montana applause back.
You like that shit?
No.
I know. I do put it all the time, dude. Disney Channel one is like, woo, woo.
So annoying. So this wasn't even supposed to be a topic, but it happened. Well, first of all, welcome everybody. Hope you guys having a great one.
It's a
I don't know.
glasses and hat podcast, apparently.
Apparently.
This is the stoner version
gonna-
of the fucking Statue of Liberty, dude.
Oh.
For land, liberty, and weed.
I was like, bro, this man's crackhead lighter is gonna blow up. Just
How's
holding
your
that shit.
thumb not burning
Yeah.
right now? But all right, whatever.
What are you guys talking about?
After a while, my fucking thumb gets hot.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I just realized the fire's like completely like just blocked
Yeah.
out for audio only members. I'm assuming there's some of you because it's me. It's me.
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. I am me. We are not the problem. We are the future. I'm holding a lighter.
Anyways, welcome guys. We're here from a friend. We're in episode 28. Hope you guys are. Oh fuck! We're in our late 20s.
Yeah, we are. For one more year.
You have one. You
Don't drag us down with you.
Actually, you have a few months.
Don't drag us down with you.
Yeah, I still got 2,
I got 3.
So
I was
glad-
like-
I'm so glad your brother's older than me. I don't know.
Which one? They're both older than you.
The one that
short
lives
one.
with aren't they all short?
He's shorter than me. He's a short king.
The short one.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, enjoy the next couple months, Lee, because you're gonna hit your 30s.
I am spending so much fucking money to live my fucking 29th year of life for my last fucking 7 months. My wallet hates my ass.
Didn't
And
we
it's not
say
even-
that we were gonna save money this year?
Yeah, so I can do this shit.
So that he
That's
could,
exactly
yeah,
why.
he's straight up said so he can have fun.
Oh, you're
so I
you're
could
setting
fund
money
these
aside.
activities. No, my money that I'm getting every single paycheck. Yeah, I guess I'm setting money aside for that. And
Yeah.
whatever I have, yeah, I am. Yeah, the next amount that's gonna be dumped is gonna be for our vacation. No, actually, the next one is gonna be for whatever we're doing for your birthday, whatever else is going on in February, and then with it, like in between, is gonna be like the big payment's gonna be for the trip. All the small
Yeah,
stuff like
I think
that.
by then we'll. I mean, I should have my taxes by then, so I shouldn't have an issue. Because I do my taxes early.
What?
How long are we gonna wait to fucking reserve the thing. If we wait that long, isn't it just gonna go up like more money?
No. How long do you think it takes to do taxes?
No. Isn't it like a while? February? I'm assuming next month.
February.
If you do
next
it early,
week.
honestly, you get it within like a week of filing.
Yeah, I usually do mine the first week of February, so I already have my money coming into my birthday time. It's only 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, wait,
Yeah.
So that still rolls into my a question of when are we gonna reserve it?
Well, ask Brian, because that's not on us. Yeah, I was like, it is on us.
Need like for sure yeses from members. Like you and us three, fine, perfect. Alex, yes, fine, perfect. Who else was the fine, perfect? That's
Derek.
Derek already put in his time, so
pretty sure.
Yeah, so
that's 6.
It's Jasmine and Medea. I feel like I don't have for sure's from them. And who else? Isn't there one more?
My finger crooked? It is crooked.
Like
Ew.
It's the one that fucked up. This is the one that's fucked up.
Or is that it?
They break it again. It didn't set right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just those 3. Jazz. Brian is probably just more like we need to figure out his flight more than anything. Just because what's it called? If you brought up the whole thing that it gets cheaper when you get closer to the date. So now I'm just like, it's kind of up in the air whether he wants to wait a little bit longer till he gets the flight.
It does, because these are the earlier flights from like all the early travelers. Because that's what happens. People don't travel. People never travel, or the ones that have the money travel during December. The ones that don't usually wait and push back a month. So they start traveling January, mid-February. Because those are like big holidays in between. So people will do that. And that's where it goes up. By February, it goes down a little bit.
I feel like for certain things it does that, but like I was gonna buy tickets to go out to Michigan. I guess I could say the state. I'm like, should I say the state? Yeah, I think that's fine.
Tickets in general are expensive. My tickets to Seattle were about the same amount from Brian coming out here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was like $480 after tax.
I was gonna say no, that makes sense because I ended up spending about that much too.
Yeah.
For like technically one way there and then one way back.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like 220 something, 230 or something. Anyways, if you're an adult and you're traveling, don't travel the first month of January, guys, because it's always the most expensive time to travel.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Earlier in January, my tickets would have been $230 something, but when I looked like earlier this week on Monday, I looked and they went up like fucking what was it, $60, almost $90 or some shit. I think it was like $290 something, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna book because if I wait any longer, these bitches are just gonna keep going up. So I think it might also depend where you're going. Your tickets for that? I did. That's why I was saying my wallet fucking hates my ass.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I was saying is I think it depends on where you're going for sure too.
Lee's traveling by himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. I like flying.
What's so bad about that?
Flying's fun.
I was just saying. I was like, I don't think I've ever known that you fly by yourself in general, because we've always planned shit together. But obviously, this is like your trip, so I was like, wow, those are big boys.
Yeah, I feel like out of everyone, I feel like we could all do it, but I feel like the one that kind of has like the gather class is me sometimes when it comes to like getting just situated or at least initiating, like push the button, let's do something. Like I'll put it out there. Yeah, if anything, I might like it better if I'm gonna be honest, because
it's
own speed, it's always headphoned up. I don't like. No one's gonna speak to my ass because I will be wearing a mask. I'm most likely gonna be wearing this hat and these glasses. This outfit might be repeated when I'm going on my trip because I will like just not be approached unless someone's like, "Bitch, your vibe is something else." I'm gonna be like, "Thank you."
Talk about wanting to stick out in like middle America.
You are seen. Thank you very much.
You are appreciated.
Go away. Go away. I'll go to the podcast.
Jesus. Anyways, so yeah, they are. What I wanted to bring up was did you guys wake up earlier this morning? Because California was shooketh to the core.
I was awake.
No, it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah. No, honestly, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
No, I guess it's where I'm at, but like It was like
There's
just
two
a,
apparently.
just a little shaker, like just a little.
There's
whoop,
3.
That's it.
I think so.
I didn't-
Like the
I
first
saw-
one was obviously the bigger one. Then there's just a bunch of like small little aftershocks.
No. My dad was telling me there was a small one, and then there was the bigger one, and then a small one.
No, what's it called? I follow a bot on Twitter that like shows
that
all
keeps
the
track of it?
earthquakes. Yeah,
Oh,
it was literally nothing, and then that one in it was in Malibu,
Yeah.
or like at least off the coast of Malibu.
So
I
in
think
the
it was
ocean.
like 4 point something. At least from what
4.6.
the first one that they like when they first measured it or whatever the fuck.
what is the magnitude of like the 4 points or whatever? What's the maximum? What's the highest?
10.
8.
Like
Well, 10,
10.
but
Okay, so it's a scale
yeah.
of 1 to 10, basically.
But it's not like
they're
2
classified differently.
Yeah, it's not like 4
What?
is twice as hard as 2. It's like logarithmic. So like
What?
it's
Mhm.
I can't explain it because it's all math
What?
shit. So 6 isn't just slightly worse than 4. It's like bigger than
Yeah.
4, like way bigger.
And
So
it's
if-
not
Oh.
technically
Yeah.
6 and up is classified as an earthquake. Yeah. And then 4 or 5 and or like 5 point something and down is considered just like a
tremor.
shake. Yeah, tremor. There you go. Yeah, so they're classified separately. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
they're-
how severe it is, because like with this one, no
So
damage.
each like severity level has its own numbers, I guess is what you would say. Or like its
No,
own
it just
magnitude?
splits. It splits in between 2. So it's like
Oh,
from
okay.
like beginning to 4 like let's say 5.0 is like just a tremor.
Tremor.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're tremors and they're continuous tremors because there's like one right after the other. And then anything 6 and up is considered damaging or could cause some sort of damage, but people would feel that like it would literally shake you as a person.
damaging
Yeah.
/ let's be real, people are gonna die.
Okay, wait. So that's
Yeah.
what I was
People
wondering.
could.
That's what I thought. Like on a numeric scale, kind of speaking, like it is like if it's under 5, it's something happened, but it's not bad. Above 5, though, be concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
it depends to where you're at relative to the earthquake, because
Mhm.
it didn't feel like anything to us because we're a couple miles away from Malibu, at least, or even where the epicenter was. So what we felt was probably closer to like a 2, maybe a 3.
Roughly.
But yeah, if you were like on top of that, you would feel that bitch.
Damn.
I think it was like a year or 2 ago when we had one similar that was like way closer to us.
Oh,
I
the
remember-
one in like fucking somewhere up in like Fullerton area or some shit like that.
I think so. I remember it was like maybe 9 o'clock, 10-ish. And I remember all of us just messaging each other like, hey, are you good? Like, just
Yeah.
making sure. Yeah.
I
What's it
remember
called?
seeing the news, people fucking sliding off the shelves and shit.
Yeah, that was a 4.
Yeah.
That was only a 4.
But that was
Damn.
a 4. That was a 4
Yeah.
in the city. Like it actually hit the city. It like came from the city, not from the ocean. Because most earthquakes are like towards ocean base, but the ones that hit the city, like you see the damage. You see things like shake and flip and fall.
Yeah.
On God, not built for that kind of stuff.
Honestly,
Like, I can mentally think about it and like at least have the mental like to kind of maybe not lock up, but like body will not. This will not make it. Physically
Oh.
speaking.
I mean, my parents
try,
survived. My parents
but-
survived the fucking like 7 point something.
The Northridge one?
No, well, they survived 2. They survived the big one. I think it was like, I think it was almost 8.
The last big one, the big
No,
one.
last
Like,
No,
big
no,
one
no,
was
no.
Northridge. And then
No,
before
no,
that.
in Guatemala.
Oh, we'll say that.
Oh.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
out here? Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got a 7.6 back in the early 70s. My parents were about like they were teenage years when this happened, and they survived that one. And then they came out here and survived the Northridge one.
What year was
but-
that?
Which one?
That one?
The Guatemala one? 1976? That was a 7.6. It
Alright.
actually happened February 4th, so the
What?
anniversary of it's coming up.
No offense. Just genuinely curious. Where were they living / like what were their living conditions?
In the
Like, where-
city?
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, my mom was already my mom was already in the city. My dad's always been in the city.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
just wondering
so-
if they were more rural or
Oh, like out in the fucking like Saharas and shit, or in the rainforests?
The
No,
farm.
Yeah,
farm.
no. My mom's like family out on the
Pueblo.
farm side. Yeah, like they didn't really feel it. They felt up. I mean, the whole country felt it,
Yeah.
but they didn't take as much damage, except like maybe like posts fell and shit. But people in the city, like buildings and like actual like
Yeah.
How long did it?
like 6-story building.
How long did it last? Do you know?
It only lasted a few minutes. It
yeah.
lasted.
The big ones usually last like around 2-3 minutes.
You know what would suck when the big one does hit? Because I think we'll be alive for it. How long do you guys think it'll go for?
Probably like 2-3 minutes.
5. I think 5.
I'm
I
thinking
think 3.
5. I'm
I think
thinking like
3, but
tail
there's
end of it. So I don't know.
I'm saying 3, but then there's aftershocks right behind that one because that one's supposed to like really shake shit up.
My ass is thinking fucking Day of Tomorrow shit. I'm thinking not that the world's gonna split open and all that crazy shit. What I mean is how long it's gonna go for. I feel like it's gonna be like 5, and then the aftershocks will go for like 10 to 30. I'm thinking some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
It's been so long.
the 7.6 magnitude in Guatemala was about 3 minutes and 1 second.
What about
it
the
was
Northridge one?
I don't know.
I think
Let me
that one
see.
was around 3 minutes.
Check it out though. So this one actually, so this big one, because my dad, keep in mind, no, my dad's he was a little older. He was already an MP at the time, military police with the military, because this is after the war and everything. He helped like clear out the unfortunate case of bodies, and it was 22,700 people who had got their lives taken away from that. Because buildings collapsed, like rubbled, like straight just ash.
Damn.
Yeah, so that happened. I don't know about the Northridge one.
The Northridge one was 6.7. It lasted 10 to 20 seconds.
Oh, seconds? Oh god, I thought you were gonna say minutes. I was about
Seconds, bro. And that shit shook shit. Like, oh my god, I didn't realize it was like such
yeah,
short duration.
it broke the freeway,
and it broke so much on that little span. Oh my god.
Dude, look what the rain did. Imagine what the fuck.
We're fucked.
I mean, you know, some things are structured to like restrain some of it now, but I don't think it could take that much heat, you know?
Yeah. The most I got in case something does happen is just going under this desk, which I think will hold.
You know, they say it's not.
Yes,
it's not safe.
Well, no, with our metal ass fucking heavy duty desks, I feel like compared.
Oh yeah,
to like,
my shit's straight fucking metal.
My frame is solid in this. I feel like it would survive a little bit if actually especially in my fucking house. I'm gonna be real. This fucking roof is old, and if it hits me in the head, I think I'll have at worst like a concussion, and maybe like a little crack.
But that's the thing. We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to perish from the earthquake. We're supposed to perish from the flood, the flood that comes in after, because people are gonna literally, like, LA is gonna literally submerge, and we split off. We become an island from that.
That's in like the super worst case scenario.
I mean, it's gonna happen. At this point, it's gonna happen, dude.
I'm not expecting like actual like Day of Tomorrow shit. That feels
no,
very close to Day of Tomorrow.
No, but it's the way like California is built, and the way the fault's supposed to hit. It is supposed to crack completely off. So that's why when with like ocean tides and blah 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 and a bunch of science behind it, it is supposed to push us out. So we're supposed to like submerge into the like water base.
I feel like it won't be fast. I can't imagine like how fast would it take for California to become submerged?
Pretty fast.
How fast? I'm wondering. Like
minutes. I say minutes. There's no way
California
it's gonna take...
is big, bitch.
Yeah, but water's fast.
But water's fast.
But I'm wondering, like, is there no buoyancy to it? Like at all? Like I feel like it would last for somewhat of a while, not a long time, but I feel like there'd be like some type of like, oh, it's happening.
Dude,
Get to the choppers.
I stayed home sick enough from school that I got to see like all the science channels about this shit, and like the way it's predicted is like it's minutes of this shit happening. So
I seen those.
Yeah, it's like, and they're like, here's a demonstration. I'm like, I'm 12. I don't want to think about this.
I remember watching that movie. I forgot what it was called.
Volcano. Yeah, it scared me too.
No, the earthquake one that was based on the LA earthquake or whatever. Like that they made a movie off of it.
San Andreas.
Oh, 2012. Oh no. Fucking yeah, you're right. San Andreas.
It's San Andreas.
It's old school. It's an old school movie.
Oh, I'm talking about the
no,
Rock one.
The Rock one. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that fucking shit. I'm talking about the one they had it on the Universal tour where they had like a makeshift earthquake or whatever.
Oh yes.
Oh, the subway one.
Yeah, I think that was
the one based in San Francisco.
Yeah, is it San Francisco? I thought it was out here in LA.
I don't remember. I think it was LA actually.
It's San Francisco. I just went not that long ago.
Do they still have that there?
Yeah.
I thought they took that out.
No.
Oh, dude. It's supposed to simulate movie magic.
Yeah, but I thought they would have kept that. I thought they took that out because of how old it is, to be honest.
Because Fast and the Furious? No, dude.
No,
dude, they took away the spinning cars. I'm upset.
That shit was low-key stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
No shit, it was stupid, but it was like the best part to make fun of.
Now people just laugh at the fucking the 3D projections of like fucking what is his name in the movie?
I don't know.
Vin Diesel's character.
Oh,
Toretto. Yeah.
They have 3D projections.
Yeah.
I don't know which part.
That's funny.
I haven't been into Universal in a while, so
it's been a while.
But yeah, that movie fucked me up when I was younger. There's only been a couple movies that fucked me up. That movie and the 13 Ghosts, but that's a different.
Oh, 13 Ghosts fucked me up.
I was gonna say the closest thing that like a natural disaster wise like that's fucked me up. I think I brought it up before on the podcast. You guys remember Reading Rainbow?
I never watched it, but I knew of it.
Yeah, what about it?
So they had a episode where they were talking about natural disasters and stuff. I was like 8, maybe, and I was watching it.
They had that on Reading Rainbow, damn.
And that's what I'm saying.
And they started showing a bunch of things about tornadoes and twisters and stuff like that. So my 8-year-old head is just like, oh, that looks scary. And then they started showing all the damage and shit. And then I started getting more and more panicked. I was like, I don't want to die in a tornado. And I started crying and I ran to my mom and I was just like, what? And she's just like, what? Like, well, what's happening? What? And I'm just like, we're gonna die from a tornado. And she's like, what? No, we're not. I'm like, well, how you know? And she's like, we don't get tornadoes out here. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, yeah, we got earthquakes. Oh.
And the way the valley's built is built like a bowl.
Yeah. So that was a very traumatizing moment for me.
Like a surreal moment. Not Sharknado. That didn't scare you.
Oh
I never watched
Panic attacks are awful, by the way.
What?
Panic attacks are awful. Just I'm imagining when I had my first one, that was not fun. That shit is not fun. That shit is not fun. That shit's not cool. Yeah. Having it that young though, that's awful.
That's the closest thing I've come to.
Poor thing.
Yeah. I can honestly say I'm not afraid of it because I'm like, I think at this point it's like it's gonna happen. And like Lee said, I think we're gonna be around for it. Mm-hmm. I think the best thing is just like I'm more open to the idea of like, can I survive this? Because it's like that's more of like where my mind goes. It's not like, oh my god, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It's like, can I survive this?
Yeah.
You know, so that's probably like where my brain goes. Like last night, I was asleep. I woke up and I was like, why are 2 of my hats on the floor?
No, I woke up to that shit. I was mad too that I woke up. I was like, fuck, I thought I would sleep through this thing.
I saw your Twitter.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
you tweeted?
Because I woke up and I felt myself like going like, right? Like the little sway or whatever. And I was just like, why? That woke me up? Like, no, like I always thought I would sleep through this shit.
I do. I slept like a baby. Yeah. My mom woke up. My dad that dude doesn't sleep, so he's in the living room all the time. So he was awake through it, and he was like, I didn't feel it. My mom felt it. But yeah, anytime like an inconvenience earthquake kicks in, they always go back to like just PTSD of like their fucking nightmares. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy the way they told me like shit really happened, and I'm like, they're like, it's so fast and like it's just so like you literally don't have balance. Like you feel like you're on rollerblades. like you slip and fall, like because you can't walk. Like that shit's just it's vibrating, so it's like you're not able to walk.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's terrifying.
Hmm. I think the biggest ones are like that one that I said 2 years ago.
Mhm.
That one, and then I remember I think it was probably like 20, maybe 2011, if not like somewhere around there.
Mhm.
We had one. I forget exactly like how big it was, but I remember I was with my sister at her house, and then it hit, and everyone just started running towards something, like, well, to get under something. And I don't know if it's true or not. It's apparently like we went into under a door frame, and apparently that's not actually that good or
No,
something.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
Mm.
It's
but
not
that's
safe
what
at all.
I had
No.
heard. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's what we
same.
did.
All I do now is open my door and just leave it open, and I just sit. My parents will sometimes be like, "Oh, get up, get to the door frame." I'm like, "No." There's like small ass hallway. We're all just gonna die. You want all to die together? We could just hug each other in the hallway. We could just do that. That would be way better. At least here, I could just. At least I'm sitting down. And if I really have to, I'll just go under my desk if I really want to, like, get to that point. But I feel like at some point I would just go outside because you're supposed to go outside and you're supposed to like stand away from things that could possibly fall on you.
I was
But we
like,
live in such a like what is it? What's the word? Metropolitan area.
yeah. I
Like
was like,
there's
I feel like going outside is probably really shitty for us, considering that there's power lines everywhere. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it's well, yeah. I was gonna say power lines. I feel like, do you guys have any power lines going over your house?
Not over, but
not
That's what I'm
over, but
saying.
there's
they
some
are
like
all
right
around.
Yeah,
outside.
yeah, no, same. Like in my alleyway, but I don't know. I don't see it falling. I guess I'm just like something inside me says that wouldn't happen. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
also, I have like a what's it called? There's a school that I'm right next to. So if I really like, I feel like that would be a good idea. The big one hits. Can we just like put a ladder and just try to climb over to the school and just go to the football field?
Maybe.
Nothing will fall on you there. Nothing. Unless the ground starts splitting open. We are in day after tomorrow. Then I guess we're all fucked anyways. So
San
whatever.
Andres opened up too.
Oh, so I Googled it. Yeah, we're not gonna become an island if the big one hits,
No?
according to howstuffworks.com, and
Oh, that
then
sounds like a legit
no,
website.
and then the other one was the
Like a Wikipedia.
the USGS.gov, United States Geological Survey.
Wow.
Okay.
It says that it's just
Government.
gonna be a bad earthquake, and we're not gonna slip off and fall into the ocean
Well, good. Well, I never said slip off. It's not gonna
and
fucking
sink in minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you understand how fast water works, but okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
This
look
man's
at
getting-
okay.
No, they did say though that at some point with the movement, because the tectonic plates, one is going northwest, one's going southwest. At some point, San Francisco and California and LA are going to be adjacent to each other. So way
Wow.
to go, grand ancestors, because I ain't gonna be making kids. Can't say grandkids. So, but
They could take
yeah.
a 1 hour drive and get there.
Exactly. I hope you guys are. I
Yeah.
hope my gay, whatever bloodline, something will become gay. Hopefully, somebody carries it on, and hopefully they're just basking in the glory of being able to go to
It's not a
WeHo
fucking
and
Purple
then
Heart.
driving 1 hour to go to the motherland, San Fran.
Yeah.
Go get them, Tigers.
Wow.
What an interesting episode. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. That's
He
too.
said Rawr.
Yeah. That hat changed them, I'm telling you.
He got kitty ears, dude. Slowly turning into a
I
furry.
will on God blame New Jeans. I can't get over their look in OMG. It's great.
Yeah.
I love their look, love the aesthetics, super dope. But I also had this hat way before I even knew New Jeans existed, so just putting that out there. I also wore it when I went on the boat ride for those Christmas lights. I posted pictures. Goes to show my friends are paying attention to what I post. Love them. Love you guys. It's great. You guys don't pay attention to me.
So in other worldly news, we ended up discovering a whole like galaxy. Apparently, I mean, obviously it's far, but to scientists, it's not that far. They nicknamed it the Peekaboo Galaxy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they named it the Peekaboo Planet Galaxy.
I just imagine like a universe going Peekaboo. It's like, sup, bitch.
Well, the reason why is apparently it says Hidden Galaxies provides a peek into the past.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it works is, despite its proximity to the bright foreground star, in addition to the Hubble imagery, astronomers use the South African. I can't use these fucking glasses, and I'm blind. So Jesus Christ! I was like, I can't read with those glasses. Why am I trying?
Welcome to the podcast, y'all.
Yeah, welcome. I was like, why am I trying to read this shit with fucking shades? So the way it works is it's considered a peek into the past because the stars that have been around that are in that galaxy have been around longer than anything they've discovered. So they're able to see like different gases and how things have been not necessarily decomposed or like exploded. Like they're all pretty well put together still in like a nice like motion. So there's no like way of them erupting or causing like a big bang like ours did and things like that. So they're like trying to study that now because obviously it gives them an insight into like what things should have been or was. It's a weird name for it to be called that though, to be honest. Yeah, it says it's made from heavier element building blocks like carbon, oxygen, iron, and calcium.
Okay.
And that's why they named it like that because they're still fully there. Like they're not dying.
Well, they're not there. They're just
They were there.
They were there.
They were there.
Yeah. Space is weird. Fucking science is cool as fuck.
Well, I mean, technically, time doesn't exist, right? In that sense.
No, it exists. We're just
time is the only thing that does exist. I think isn't that a fundamental thing of the world?
Yes. It's just relative. That's all. So the whole thing is that we literally getting into the whole fucking Interstellar thing because Interstellar's the one movie that actually apparently portrays it right very correctly. Yeah. Yes. So
loved it. Cried about it.
Depending on how fast you go or something like that, time just is different to you than to what's it called? You know, anybody else is going slower, faster, whatever. So when we like look into galaxies and stuff like that, so the telescopes that are looking at all of these new galaxies or whatever, all you're seeing is the light that's barely getting to that telescope. But you know that light had to travel such a far ass distance to get to it. So what we're seeing right now is I don't know exactly how many or you know how long it's probably been there, probably like billions of years. Or
it says only 1,200 light years across the tiny galaxy emerges in the past of 50 to 100 years from behind the fast moving star that was obscuring astronomers' ability to detect it.
I watched it relates to this, not to change the subject. So I finally sat down and watched Love, Death and Robots. All the volumes or whatever. And there is an episode on there. I feel like you guys, if you watch it, you'll know the one I'm talking about, where just their normal freighters, normal delivery team pick up cargo and they're supposed to go back to Earth and then deliver the cargo and then that's it.
Yeah.
So they put in destinations and they go through a jump gate, but before they go through the jump gate, they have to go into cryostasis. I think it's it's a safety hazard and stuff like that. So or goo stasis, whatever. So they all get in their pods. They put in the destination, put in the coordinates, and then they get into the gate and they go. Then they wake up and they're being woken up by somebody that shouldn't even be on Earth at the station. It's a worker that the captain knows. and it turns out that they're actually at a completely different location than Earth. They're at some substation, like crazy amounts of light year, like a million light years away.
Mm.
And the reason why they got there was because it was computing error. And for some reason, every time a certain set of numbers is put in, it glitches out the system, and then ships end up in this one random ass station, the Kakashi system or some shit like that, or Kakeshi construct or some shit.
Kakashi?
It starts with a K, and it was Japanese. So that's why I was like, it's something with a K. And
Sensei.
so the reason why I bring it up is because there is no actual gate. I guess even with the gate, the amount of time it takes them to get there,
Mhm.
everything and everybody they know is dead.
Makes sense.
Because that time, that relative time, like you'll get there, to you it's nothing because you're asleep, and like that's how the science works. But when you
Mhm.
get there might not even be nothing there. You just can see it because you're aware that it's there, and you can see it obviously with the light, the travel
Mhm.
relative. But when you get there, bitch, there could be absolutely fuck all there, nothing. So
Yep.
turns out it was some creepy ass monster. It's really cool. You guys should check it out.
Oh.
It's really dope. Watch that episode. It's literally like fucking 5-6 minutes, and it's sick.
I like
Kind of
the
gross
series.
as
The
shit
series is
too.
good in overall in general. So
It's
yeah, I might
really
check it out.
good. I didn't
Mhm.
give it a shot because kind of like how Steve was with Jiu-Jitsu for whatever reason. Just didn't really want to get into it because everyone was hype over it. But it wasn't like I was annoyed. I just didn't have the need to really check it out. It was like, I'm okay. I had no real interest.
Mhm.
So then I guess the volume had came out like a month or two before.
I
Or I
wasn't
don't even know.
annoyed.
Uh
I was like, what?
What?
Oh, you said, remember when we were saying watch Jujutsu? It was you thought that
Yeah, it was the same. It was too hyped for me, and then I just didn't feel the need to watch it because it was like a nonstop thing.
yeah, and then you said that
Yeah.
the fan base, because
well, not the anime. The anime doesn't annoy me. The fan base
no,
annoys
that's
me.
that's what I meant. Like that's what I was saying. Not to say that the people that were watching, because I was getting the reason why I heard about it was through friends, and I think
Mhm.
it was through Rich and Bill, and so it was being hyped by the fans, by people. But that wasn't really like the reason why I didn't go for it, because I know that some people don't watch stuff because of, like, I don't watch JoJo's because of the fans. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
watch My Hero because of the
I don't
fans.
like those fans, and I'm okay.
I-
Like, it's not really my vibe, and I can see what kind of show that fan base caters to, and I'm not down for it. So I was like, I don't really want to relate to
Yeah, that's how I feel about My
that
Hero.
crowd. Well, listen, My Hero new season, fantastic. Last season, ass. But
the entire series, no.
why though? That I don't understand that one. You
It's
said
just
the
fan
fans?
base. It's the fan
Why?
base. Like,
I don't understand
the
that
fan.
part.
Just like, I'm not gonna bash on it. It's just I have my reasoning of the fan base, and it's just the fan base ain't it.
That okay. I mean, what's your reason though?
Just,
What,
Nah.
you don't like Froppy? Like, that's the only thing I can think of that's annoying.
who's that?
The
Is
fucking
that the
frog
frog?
bitch. Yeah.
The frog.
That's literally the only reason why I can think that it's annoying. Other than
No, just the
Deku
entire-
being all about
the
Kashan.
entire-
That's it.
The entire fucking anime is just no. It's not for me. I would rather watch the first 2 episodes of Black Clover over and over than fucking watch the entire series of My Hero. That's how much, like, I just don't like the fan base.
I mean, My Hero
Really?
just sounds like Naruto and One Punch
Yeah,
Man put together.
it's literally that. It's literally that. And not even One Punch. I'm feeling more like I wouldn't even say One Piece. It just feels like the pro tag is just super goofy, lighthearted. I don't know, not goofy, but like
I only
over
say one,
chivalrous. You know,
I only say One Punch because you get all these like different characters.
Oh,
like,
wacky cast.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why
So-
I'm like, I don't understand like the annoyance with it though. I guess unless the people. I mean, the people can be kind of annoying, but I just
Listen,
compare it to other fan bases, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like compared to like other people, like people into
Compared
other
to
different
JoJo?
animes. Yeah, and then like, what else am I not a big fan
I
of?
don't
One
like
Piece. One Piece isn't that bad, but like, I'm not a huge fan of people trying to pitch it to other people. It's like, bro,
You
that
know
shit
what?
is
I think
long.
that's why like it irritated me because there were so many people like, you should watch like My Hero. It's so good. It's so good. It's like it's not that great. Like
that's like
that.
That's how you were. That's how you are with jujitsu. That's why I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that you're not into something when people try to like sell you.
That's just how you are in general. That's how
That-
Steve. See, no offense. Literally, this is just my observation. Anytime something goes popular, you're just like, it's not that good. And you're like, it's mid.
No,
Whether it's
it's
because
not
you
even
want to go
that.
against the flow, or it's because you're just like, I
really
hate people hyping stuff up.
it just like the amount of hype that goes into something is it's not irritating to me. It doesn't annoy me. It's just
can't relate.
People I can't relate, and then people, and I've tried, and like people put so much like into it where it's like, yeah, I just don't see why. So I'm like, I don't catch the interest. Like, don't get me wrong, I saw the first season 1 or 2 of like My Hero, and then I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, I've seen where this is kind of like going towards. I was like, and it just wasn't it for me. Like, it just didn't call my name. Like with jujitsu, it's like I'm not even like gonna say like, oh, it's bad. I'm watching it and I'm enjoying watching it. Like I think I'm enjoying more watching it because I'm not watching it by myself. But I think it's more the fact that it's like I still haven't caught why it was so hyped up. Like at this point, I'm like, why is it hyped up? Like I don't get it. Like it's very like generic to a lot of at least animes that I've seen. So
I'm gonna be honest, though.
I don't get the hype. Like I don't get the hype over Chainsaw Man. I don't get the hype over
That was
Jujutsu.
good too.
They are good. They're good animes.
Chainsaw was pretty
good.
cool.
It's
I'm not
good,
gonna
but
lie.
I-
It
but-
did have its moments where even I was like, I can't get it. I'm into it for the porn, like the eye porn, not the porn, but like for like the it's just
The eye
it looks
candy, yes.
good. Yeah, the
Yeah.
eye candy.
They look
it's
good. That's what I'm
beautiful.
saying. It's as I'm saying. Like,
But like some parts, like I'm just like, I can't get into that aspect. So I'm not even into it for that part of it. And a lot of people are. So
like okay, so like another example I can give you is like what's it? Fucking Demon Slayer. Animation's great, storyline's great. Like it's a great anime. I like how it started. I like where it's at. I like the direction of it. All the other ones that I didn't like it.
No, I thought you did. That's why I was like.
No, I like.
does.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I like Demon Slayer. Like I like it, and then that shit had a fuck ton of hype, but it had hype over the animation. Like everyone was hyping up My Hero over the story. I'm like, the story's not that great. Like it just it didn't like give me that like this is good. It was just like, I think I've seen this a little too many times. Like keep in mind I watched Naruto. Like a lot of the plots are more or less the same as it goes. Like
That's
here's a
every
protagonist.
shonen, though.
Here's a
I was gonna
protagonist.
say, I think that's
too.
that's the genre. I think you just don't like shonens because you've already
Maybe.
seen it one time. So why
Maybe.
bother
Yeah.
seeing something else when Naruto did do it really well? So I think your brain is like, why bother when it's not meeting the standard? When
Yeah.
your standard is
But
your
like-
nostalgia vibe and Naruto is good. So it's like on top of that. So.
But let me defend myself. Jiu-Jitsu is good. I'm enjoying it. Like so far so good. It's making me laugh. But I still don't understand the hype.
It's
I was,
all, dude. It's literally
so-
for the sexy characters. Let's be real. For the most part,
really?
no.
Jujutsu?
As far as like why it was super hyped up. The fights are great. The fights are great. The storyline is good too. But
The
as far
animation's
as like,
nice. I like it. It's
yeah,
crispy.
but as far as like it comes with like the super ravenous fan base, I'm just being real. A lot of the like the bigger part of it was definitely people that were horny over Sukuna, Gojo, and
The
any
men.
other characters. Yeah.
Yeah, because going into it, Lee was like, all the men here are fucking hot. And I was just like,
Yeah, they're
okay,
fine.
cool. I was like, okay, cool. I was
I
like,
think that's the thing though, is that my brain isn't I'm aware of the ravenous fans for the look of it, but I genuinely think that the anime is good because I like
it's
the
definitely-
yeah, I feel like the reason why, even with that in mind, Richard still liked it and stuck around and dug it. And I feel like that's how it is with Chainsaw too for me. Like I wasn't into this aspect. Everybody in the comments seemed to love it, which was really fucking weird. His whole thing is that he just wants to live a life and he has to have a goal for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And his goal is to touch titties.
Yeah. Like it's such a weird
And then
thing.
when he reaches one goal, he goes into another goal that is just so like, this is the straightest shit I've ever fucking heard. Like beyond straight.
Yeah.
And I have no fucking interest in
It's
this.
good.
But
It's good.
I got over that because that's all the fans are talking about. But like the substance of it was still good. Like that's just the skin, and then everything under it was it's pretty good. So, but I was gonna say with Jujutsu, I will say for y'all that aren't watching it with him, Steve is the kind of person that will like drop
questions.
No, you drop snide questions. He has there's a little bit of a tinge or a little bit of a poke to it. It's not like what are they talking about? It's like, what the fuck he say? What you mean? Or some shit. It's maybe not to that level, but it's like it's like.
No, you definitely had moments where you just like seemed annoyed, and I was just like,
yeah, and it's like I don't know how you're annoyed by something that you're consuming for the first time.
I'm trying to enjoy it. But there was so much.
No, there were just straight up backhanded comments where it's just like,
that's why I even said anything the last time we watched it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, let me defend myself. I'm enjoying it because I'm watching it with you guys. Would I have watched it by myself? Maybe not, because Richard and I were having a conversation days before that, and I was like, yeah, I don't see myself like catching a glimpse of it. Like I haven't even bothered. Like I know where to watch it. I just haven't bothered watching it. And then he was just like, and even Richard was like, after explaining to me, he's like, okay, I get it. He was like, you don't. It's not something that you have to watch. It's like, if it's there, it's there. If you have the time, then you watch it. If you don't, then it's not gonna affect your life in that sense. You get me?
I just said it. I was just saying not like, oh, it's no rush because season 2 isn't out for a while, but
yeah, well, which means there's no urgency to keep up with it, like, you know. But yeah, like what I'm saying is like, because I'm trying to find like the reason why. I was like, why is this shit so hype? Like it's cool. I like the fights. I like the animation's crispy. It looks nice. But everything I also blame the internet for it too, because everything that I've already seen. It's not the first time I'm consuming it. I've seen multiple fucking clips of everything already at this point. Like I knew what his eyes looked like. I knew what the powers were. I knew what this and that was. I just didn't know who had it. I didn't know which one meant and all this is meaning, blah, blah, blah. As the story's going along, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of digging it a little more, but I'm still don't get why it was so overhyped. Richard clarified, let's be honest. It's the men. It's the horniness behind the men that people wanted. Which, okay, now I get where that hype was coming from.
I was saying there was part of it, like that was part of like the fan base that was going kind of crazy over it.
But I didn't hear anything past that part. Is the thing. Like everybody was saying, like nobody really said, "Oh, this shit stuck. This shit was blah 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 this and that." Like the way people talked about Demon Slayer, the way people talked about fucking like some scenes in like not even One Punch Man was like that either, because that had a really weird fan base at some point. But like just the bigger fights and like bigger animes, like people were like this fight. I never heard that about like Jujutsu. I just heard these men, all these characters, all this is blah blah blah. And then people had the obsession with the dogs, which was like, okay, cool. I was like, I've seen them like every like snippets. I was like, I don't get why it was so crazed over. But like I said, I think there's just too much behind it because of the internet that I'm just like, it's like, you're like, oh, you're consuming for the first time. I was like, I'm not. Like I saw a bunch of these clips everywhere. Like that fight with the fucking volcano head dude. I had already seen that part at some point. Like I had seen that like in a clip, because people obviously mash things up, you know? But then I also think about like my taste in a lot of anime too is like, I like very dark or gruesome shit. Like I like fucking Berserk. I like Tokyo Ghoul. I like fucking what's that fucking Goblin Slayer, you know? Like Demon Slayer has a really like dark, like gory background and things like that. So I think maybe that's also why I'm like, it's cute, like it's cool.
Jujutsu Kaisen has some dude twisting teenager skulls into fucking...
He hasn't gotten to that part.
He's literally saw it. We saw that. We watched that. That was
wait,
the last episode we watched.
Yeah, I forgot. Never mind.
We did?
Yeah, we literally saw that. We
the guy in the school or the building?
The one in the theater. The one that was the literal last episode that we watched.
Oh, we might have to rewatch that. I don't remember that.
So my point is, so with that in mind, I guess the comments are coming from, I've already been spoiled, so my interest isn't all there.
Yeah.
But we also are only, I think we're not fully halfway through it. Kudos to you for even going all the way, because I'm not into anime if the anime doesn't get me within, not even anime, to like,
just in general.
To drive off from the anime, because not everybody's into anime. But in general, with shows, if a show doesn't get me within the first, I'll give 3 episodes. If it catches me within then, 5. It has to be the first 5. If I'm 100% not down for somebody or the story or whatever within the first 5, I'm out. I'm not even gonna bother. I'll binge it later because I did put in that time. But even then, I still might not do it. I might rewatch something, but that's just how I am with shows in general. So kudos to you for even as far as you have.
I really like stick to some shit. Even if I don't like it, I'll stick through it and be like, it has to get good at some point. Like fucking Black Clover. It takes a lot to get to the good fucking parts of the movie, to the anime, and even then, there's still big moments where like, why do I like this shit?
No,
but
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just I am very picky. Definitely am very picky when it comes to some things, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody is at this point, you know. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna continue watching it because so far so good. Where I'm at, like I said, I'm a big consumer for animation. Like I like the animations.
I will say though that the first like half or whatever we watched of Jujutsu is like, it feels like it sped up a bit because I feel like maybe the manga must have had more, because it feels like I feel like if I read it I'd get more details, like more things, because we're watching something happen where he's off fucking having a Luke Skywalker training arc, and then it turns out that the student's already there. The new student is already close to the older student, and it's like, when did that happen? Like, it feels like there's interactions being missed, but I feel like that's in the book, but we're watching the anime format, so it's like, you know, I can see I wasn't really into it like hardcore until like almost about where we're at now, and then that's
I know there's still characters. There's still 2 characters that haven't came out, right?
Yeah, if you're going off of the opener, you're missing a couple of characters.
There's still 2
in the
more,
first
right?
in the first half, because after what happens,
I saw this really
after what's
badass...
gonna happen is gonna happen, then it gets like really
I saw this badass sticker where this dude had like a fucking sword and there was like a big like purple demon behind him, or like it looked like it was coming out, but he had a big ass blade. I don't know his name.
Susanoo?
Basically. But I had seen it. I was like, this is cool. And then I looked. I was like, who are these people?
Oh,
I was like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then it was like Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, whoop.
Yeah,
I was like, oops. I was like, maybe I shouldn't look at this.
I mean, you're not spoiling it technically.
No, I mean, I'll see them eventually.
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest.
Don't give it to more detail.
His name starts with an A.
It's in the movie.
Oh, I haven't watched the movie.
Okay.
I didn't watch the movie.
Funny part, you're not even spoiled. You technically already spoiled yourself. You gotta watch the movie and it makes sense. But
yeah,
it's cool. You guys watch anime.
It's
watch
good.
anime. You enjoy.
Honestly, there's something for everybody.
There really is. Yeah. We've seen from fucking rom-com animes to fucking bloodthirst animes to fucking just comedies.
Watch Fruits Basket if you like cute stuff that makes you cry, but you also laugh and you're happy. And you like
that one's on my list.
I'm wondering about what you're gonna think about if you ever watch it, Hunter x Hunter at this point, because Hunter x Hunter was kind of like one of the first shonen, wasn't it?
Was one of the first shonen.
Yeah,
I've seen things from Hunter x Hunter too, and I'm like, some of it's cool.
Yeah,
like some of it I already know I'm gonna enjoy, like off the rip. Like,
honestly, I think it's my favorite.
Wasn't Dr. Stone shonen too?
It's really fucking good.
I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Stone would be considered shonen.
Is it shonen? I like that one. That one was a good one too. But that one wasn't also like, you know what I didn't like either, and I know I'm gonna get hate for it. Mob Psycho.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
It's the animation's too close.
I was gonna say there's a lot that's kind of going on a little bit, so that's why like I feel like my brain can barely keep up with like Fate Go animes, and if anyone's ever tried watching those, for those of you that can do it in the first try, you guys do not have fucking mental issues. Because you have perfect attention span, and you can sit there and digest all that fucking information that's happening, as well as reading subtitles. I can't take all that dialogue and then all the animation. The only thing that I know is that as long as you can stick through the first 5 to 6 episodes of a Fate anime, you're gonna get into the action part, and that shit is amazing. Oh, it's so good. Fate animes
they have like, great, their fighting scenes are fucking sick. Quality. Yeah, it looks good. I've only seen like skims. I've skimmed through some of it because I'm like, I can't.
But yeah, Hunter x Hunter was a little spoiled for me, just a little bit, but it was the reason why.
There's no reason.
It was the reason why I got into it is because what spoiled me was was honestly, in my opinion, one of the saddest arcs I've ever watched in an anime. So that's why I was like, oh fuck.
The end of the end.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That fucked me.
That
I was like,
yeah.
oh man, dude. I was
Fuck,
not
dude.
good for like a solid day. Like the next day, I was just like,
Was that the one where what's his face like?
Feel it. I can't feel nothing.
Well, yeah, I was like, I think I already know because even fucking Miguel spoiled it. Miguel has the biggest boner for Hunter x Hunter.
Good.
It's a
So
good
does Jesse.
anime. It's so
cool.
good.
No
Yeah.
matter what anyone says, the island training arc or whatever the fuck, the video game training arc that they do or some shit, I like it. Okay.
Good arc. I like
actually
it a lot too.
It could also be because I'm a big nerd for video games, but sue me. For anyone that
Yeah,
knows
I
what we're
was like-
talking about, sue us, come at us because we like
I'll
it.
eventually get into it. I was like, I gotta find time for
I was
that
gonna
one.
say
So.
a lot of people, if anything, the biggest critique is that the ant arc is just way too
No.
fucking long and
Yeah,
boring.
people actually don't like
supposedly.
it. People are,
I'm
yeah,
like,
people aren't into it.
I
was
watched
very
it. There were
surprised.
definitely moments where I was just like, well, we could have gone without this, but I was like, for the most part, I thought it was fucking great.
I like
Yeah.
it when animes are long and have drawn out arcs because it feels like they're putting it as close to the source material as possible.
Yeah.
Because mangas, for those of you that don't know, are basically the written format, and that's the original most of the time. Maybe like every now and then you'll get an anime then a manga, but it's most of the time like 99% of the time it's written to video.
Mhm.
So
Unless you're
What-
Boruto, you're a piece of shit, and fuck you for that, because that ended up being complete.
It's just all fillers for the most part.
No,
Now,
where
yeah,
it's, no,
right,
no,
isn't
where
it?
where it's at they had 2 fight scenes, good fight scenes, and then it's just been bullshit. And then it's apparently I stopped watching it, but from one of my buddies who's like very like he's
I
bigger.
hear
on,
it's good again, isn't it?
I heard that it's getting good.
It's getting teased. It's getting teased toward what looks like is gonna be good, but everybody who's like really in it is like, yeah, fuck you. Like I can't do another 50 episodes to 80 episodes to get one fucking like nut. Get a one good nut.
Another Naruto and Sasuke fight or whatever with
It's because,
like in there.
well,
'Cause
that's
that
the
shit
thing.
was
No,
that
they're
took about
slowly-
50 episodes to get to. I'm not
They're
gonna
slowly.
lie.
So this is the theory behind it is they're slowly killing them off. Which the way it's going, if you watch it or you're reading it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's like slowly starting to like eliminate or finding ways to eliminate Sasuke and Naruto, and not in the sense of like, oh, they're removing them from the show. Is like it's like their arc is finished.
Oh, like if
um,
they're phasing them out is what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I was
And
about to say, are you just spoiling us
No,
and
no.
telling us that they kill them? What the
No,
fuck?
no.
Oh god, I
that's
tripped
just-
out. I
that's
was
just
like, listen, I'm
that's
not
just
watching
Kurama.
it now, but I might watch it later.
Yes, but where they're at right now is like very. I don't know. There's a big mix in a lot of shit, and they even like there's a lot of conversation that like all this is not even real, and that's what pissed people off. Because it's like, oh, like yeah, there was an episode or some shit where they showed. I kind of read through it because I was like, I'll eventually catch up. Where it's like they kind of flipped the
Oh.
script where it was like, yo, what if he never destroyed the fucking flower?
I saw that.
And this is part of it, which is part of the where they're at because it was spoken about. But it's also now like, okay, wait, what the fuck? Like you're telling me I spent all this time watching and reading this shit to tell me, aha, like no, this is where we're at. I'm like, it's not gonna happen, but
Not
people are
maybe.
pissed.
Whenever there's actually that didn't really happen or a flip of the script or whatever, I always think back to Twilight, the last movie.
Yeah, I wish
No,
that
and
I wish
I-
that fight scene would have happened.
I
for
feel
him.
like everybody wished that fight scene happened because every
Mhm.
time I've seen a reaction, it's a shut the
Yep.
fuck up.
Yep.
No way. What do you mean?
this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
I wish I experienced that without being spoiled because I was basically the only reason why I didn't watch Twilight for as long as I did was because I was spoiled. Basically the same thing with Steve when it comes to Jujutsu. It was the same thing with me. But I sat down and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it because I actually do like romance and stuff like that, like those kind of cheesy shits. Even if it's like as cringy as Twilight was, I was like, all right, I'm into it. I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna joke
You
about it, but in a
been
leeway.
loca?
I'm gonna be like, bitch, shut up. That's me when I'm watching shit sometimes.
I
Most of
never
the time
watched
now.
it until last year.
Oh, when you guys were
Mhm.
yeah,
And what's it called?
binging it. That's the
we
word I was looking for.
forced Rich to watch it with our last
group.
year's group of setting.
Yeah.
Fucking when we got to the last movie and we got to that part where the big fight scene and shit, I was just like, oh shit, they're doing this. And I was like, all right, cool. Like,
It's
fuck
happening.
It's happening. That's all right. Fuck it. And then it got to the, just kidding. And I was like, I wasted so much of my time being invested into this shit.
That's how we all felt with. That's how we felt with Game of Thrones too,
fuck
dude.
you.
The commitment.
Oh my god,
there.
dude! I was like, even that last movie, I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm feeling this. And then it hit. I was like, never mind. I fucking hate this shit.
But this is how you know they made a great film, because everybody when I saw that shit in theaters, everybody was like, fuck you.
I'd see, that's what I was gonna say, is I really wish I experienced that in person, because
I did.
or
That
like
was
for
hilarious.
for the first time and not being spoiled, because again I didn't watch it because I was spoiled, and then I finally sat down and was like, fuck it, let's watch it all in sequence, let's like get all the information.
Yeah, that shit was
really
funny.
The same thing kind of happens in everything everywhere all at once, but it's not like, it's part of the concept of the film, so it's not like upsetting or anything like that.
I haven't even seen that film.
It's so good, and almost all the leads got a fucking Emmy, or was it an Oscar?
An
or
Oscar.
something.
They're Oscars.
I was so happy for them. I get cry.
I didn't
Oh my
I
god,
didn't
I
know that.
loved watching those fucking.
I didn't know that one of
speeches.
the actors was the little kid from Indie.
Key.
And I
Yeah.
was, what's it called? Apparently, like this was like his big like revival or whatever.
comeback.
I was
Yes.
just like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh dude, that's so fucking wholesome. He was crying and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Even what's his
Yeah.
name? The one that played the
Brendan-
main character in Wales.
Brendan Fraser. Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
was
he
gonna
won.
say
He
Brendan
won his
Fraser,
Emmy
yeah.
too.
Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser
yes.
won for
Whales.
the big whale.
Yeah.
And there's video of them seeing each other after the awards and running up to each other, and he's tiny compared to Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
So he like
hell
runs
yeah.
up, just like watching the little brother run up to the big brother, and they
Aw.
haven't seen each other for a while, and it's like, we did it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, no.
Yeah, I saw that shit too.
My heart.
Oh, tears. It was so good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
cute.
happy for them. And they had a like a table talk amongst them, and he even talks about how it's funny that both of them, they didn't stop around the same time, but both of them took a unintended break
Hiatus.
from
Yeah.
a hiatus from Hollywood, because Hollywood wasn't calling them. And then they both hit back into Hollywood, ground running, almost the same year, and they both fucking win. Oh my god. And they're both great actors, which is the best part. It's not even like, oh, it's a fan give, or like it's a fan throw. Like the fans love them. Of course they're gonna be happy. It's like, no, they're good and they
Yeah.
deserved it. Oh god, I love
They both
that
played
shit.
really big roles in those films.
It's so good. But yeah, for reals though, watch Everything Everywhere All at Once and just love it. Love all of it. If you like Interstellar, by the way, you're gonna like that. I'm just saying that. It's almost the same concept. Not
I
the
don't
exact
know,
same thing.
dude.
but, like, the level of-
Interstellar's like here to me. Like it's like there's really nothing that I can compare Interstellar. Like the love I have for that film does not compare to anything else. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I watched it once and I obsessed over it and I fell in love with it and I can rewatch it. There has not been one moment where I don't watch that film and I don't fucking silently cry sitting there. It's just something about that film really fucking just pulled me.
It's good. Watch it.
I still haven't watched it.
It's good. It's
We'll
really
watch
good.
it. We'll watch it, Richard.
I was gonna say, if you guys watch it or want me to rent it, I'll do that. I'll watch it again.
We'll watch it. Yeah, we'll do something
'cause
like that.
it's so good. Oh. And Michelle Yeoh won too, and her fucking speech was great too, by the way. But she's like talented as shit. But this is her first, like, I think, Oscar win. So kudos to her. Claps for
Yay.
us. Claps for the winners, the underdogs. There's
Mhm.
the have-nots and the have-wills. It's fantastic.
Yay.
Okay, mom.
Hollywood.
Fuck Hollywood.
Yeah.
I hope the earthquake takes it.
I hope the sign topples when the earthquake happens.
like in every fucking dramatic ass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I just hope that just every letter falls except for H and O. How?
No way.
That's
Thank you for coming, everybody.
that's from our residential hoe. Sign us out.
Anyways, guys. So yeah, we are. I think we reached the end of our episode. Had a little split of everything, but I'm glad that we were able to rant over the fucking hype of animes and TV shows and movies. That being said, final remarks, Lee.
Trying to think of anything to give. This year, again, it's the year of finances, but also using your finances to benefit yourself because you only live once. Coming from someone that's about to be 30 this year, I spent a lot of my life just putting things off and not spending my money on things that I really wanted to do or buy because out of fear of like, what if? Yeah, and also what if I die tomorrow? So I might as well just spend my money the way I want and just have enough to take care of myself. Be responsible, but also be frugal. I think that's the right word to use.
Yeah.
As for songs, New Jeans, bitch, out. New Jeans. Fuck it up. Any one of their songs, honestly, any one of their songs. They're all really good. Cookie, OMG, Hype Boy, Attention, Hurt. Their whole
I like Hurt. Hurt's good.
It's good. All of it's good. I don't know anything that does not hit.
I'm laughing because the internet literally is like, yo, what kind of crack are they putting in this? Because every single song just fucking slaps.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Nobody gets it.
I don't understand why I like it. And
it's good. It's on repeat.
It's quality, of course, which is why I like it. But like, it's so surprising that this K-pop, it's a K-pop group for those of you that don't know. But listen, just give it a shot. Listen to anything. I would say Ditto or Attention because those two are really good.
I don't like how this slight little tangent. I just don't like how it's like they're like, oh, it's K-pop, it's K-pop. I'm like, it's just pop. Like it's literally the same thing. At least to me, it's literally the same thing as like American pop. It just has its what's it called? Like the language, obviously, and then I feel like if anything, maybe it just has a little bit more money thrown into it, but it's just pop. Like good music, it's good music.
Yes, I agree. But I think you can say it's K-pop, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it is good music. I think that just gives more oomph to the fact that not only white women with blue eyes and blonde hair, or dudes with dreads and dark complexions, or guys with a fucking 10-gallon hat and alligator skin boots can make good music. Even Korean girls. Yes, that might be factory made, but still. Sometimes factory made is good. Just saying.
I was like, I feel like that's why I'm not the biggest fan of K-pop. Maybe that's why the corporate /
it's a big corporate. Yeah. 100%. But I think the thing that for me that really makes it enjoyable is the people, because at the end of the day, even if these girls or men or whoever were trained to perform and kind of act the way that they are, there's still a personality, and it's really cool. That's why I like Twice. I will say I watched Twice's Christmas special where they just hung out and just existed, and I love that group too. But anyways, New Jeans, really good. Check it out if you like pop. Even if I don't know, if you don't, give it a listen. Like we said, Her is pretty R&B-ish, a little bit more on the poppy side, but still really good. That's my suggestion for music. And then, spend your money how you want, but responsibly this year. That's my final remarks. Richard?
Cool. I don't know. I don't have any final words to part, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. Watch anime, I guess. What's it called? Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, there's something for everybody, so might as well
hit us up for the recommendations. But
hit Lee up more than anybody. Yeah,
yeah.
That's the one that you can slide into my DMs for. Not your fucking trauma dumping, but let me tell you about some good anime.
Pics.
Oh, that too.
If you're of age and consenting,
yes. And if it's nice looking, please.
Or if you think it's nice looking, just send it anyways.
I do not like unruliness. I like clean. Or nothing at all.
Send that shit.
Just saying.
YouTube,
y'all know what I'm talking about.
YouTube, this is a joke, please.
YouTube, this is 100% a joke, and this is my satire / dry humor. Can you not tell by the tone of my voice?
Send that shit.
Anyway, As far as music, I've been kind of in a metal kind of mood the past couple of days. So, what's it called?
Baby metal.
Check out Baby Metal if you haven't. Baby Metal's so fucking good.
Baby metal's dope.
But this is more, I guess, to my more hardcore group out there. 2 songs. Listen to Belleville by Knocked Loose. Really good fucking band. Really good fucking what's it called? Post-hardcore, whatever it is. And then Garbage by Omerta. Both really good fucking mosh pity songs. So
it's funny that you mentioned that first song because Wilmer was just telling me about it too, and he's like, does Richard listen to him? I was like, he's the one who mentioned it to me. He's like, oh, okay.
They're really fucking good. Yeah. And
he's like, bro, they're staple.
They're gonna be at Coachella.
What's the name of the first group?
That's why he's going.
Knocked Loose.
Oh, Wilmer's going to Coachella, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Shut up.
And that's why he's going.
But just for Knocked Loose? I don't know.
I mean, he likes other. He mentioned a couple of them, but he wants to see Knocked. He hasn't seen Knocked Loose. He said since like Warped Tour, and he was like 16.
Yeah, they're gonna be at Coachella again. They're pretty hardcore. I'm just picturing all of these people in their festival attire with the flowers and shit, just going into a mosh pit, getting Oh man,
get out of my way!
Listen to "Give Me Chocolate" by Baby Metal.
Do listen to "Give Me Chocolate" by Baby Metal. Anyway, that's all I got.
Steve,
get us out of here. So, I have 2 quick recommendations. They're completely just like very chilled out compared to what fucking Richard just recommended. There's 2. There's I don't know. I've been in a weird. I just been kind of mixing my music around. One of them is called "Rush" by what is it? Ira Star. That's Ayra, and then Star Starr. Yeah. There's that one. That's more. That's
cute.
Yeah. There's the. It's a girl too, by the way. The fucking singer. Yeah. So that song, and then another one that's a little more mellow compared to that one is "Have You Ever Been in Love" by the Ivy.
What is it?
Have You Ever Been in Love by the Ivy.
Why do I feel like this? Never mind. I was thinking
they're very indie, alternative 1975 feel.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that 1975 vibe.
Yeah.
You said that title, and I just thought of fucking what's it called? Ever fallen in love with someone? The fucking. It's like an old track by who the fuck is it by? I forget, but it was like in Shrek. It's like ever fall in love with someone, ever fall in love with someone.
I'm in love.
No.
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 That's the only one I know.
By the Buzzcocks, that's what it's called. Ever fall
in love with someone, ever fall in love with someone.
Yeah. Anyways,
Pete Yorn.
Those are my 2 recommendations. I've been dipping my toes into different genres of music and just enjoying it. That being said, be safe. Don't be afraid of earthquakes. Hopefully, it
happens.
It happens. You know what? Coping mechanism. It is what it is, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Space is wild, vast, and scary. Just be happy you ended up on the planet with life and this bitch right here.
And if you're gonna watch anything, let us know what you guys are gonna watch. As far as if you're new to anime or you're deep in anime, let us know what you like. Let us know which one you guys are enjoying.
Ask me for recommendations.
I am gonna try to get into watching what is it? Banana Fish?
Hunter.
Oh God, no, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try to get into Banana Fish this weekend. So
I can tell that he's gonna like it. I already know.
Banana Fish?
He's gonna like it.
Why?
I haven't seen anything of it. Nothing.
He's just when it comes to sad / emotional shit, Steve can get really into it. So.
I love shit like that.
Interesting.
You know what I really liked? Like what's it called? And it was sad / action. Fucking Guilty Gear. That was one.
You look like I'm wearing goggles.
Ew.
Oh, yes.
It just gave me vibes of that one creepy uncle.
All I heard Richard was,
That being said, I'm tired of being blind. This is heard from a friend. We appreciate you guys so much, and have yourselves a wonderful rest of the week.
Bye.
Choo choo.
You will not get that reference unless you listen to Chocolate by fucking Baby Metal. So do that. Don't do that, and then watch that again, and it'll probably be not as funny.
We're done. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, no.